Adding payments is a part of the build I quietly dread. Not because Stripe is hard, because it's fiddly. Products, prices, the checkout page, wiring button, getting it back into your app. So this time I didn't do it by my hand. I gave it to Claude Code running Stripe's official MCP. And I had working payable subscription in one session. Here is the honest question I wanted answered. Can an AI agent actually stand up payment? Or does it just write code that looks right and falls over? Let's find out live. This is Aurora, a small, simple membership app for this demo. React with TypeScript on the front end and small Express backend. One pricing card, $12 a month. A subscribe button and a status row that currently says not subscribed. Right now button does nothing. The plan is short. Get the MCP connected, let it create the product and price, build the checkout and take a real test payment until that status row flips. But first let's go to the Stripe docs and take a look closer to Stripe's MCP documentation. Here is it, and the first thing that we need from this documentation is to understand how to integrate this MCP server to our AI agent. And those instructions right in the beginning. So here you can see connect to Stripe MCP server section, and here there are several tabs: Cursor, VS Code, Claude Code, ChatGPT, and some others. For those, you just need to copy that JSON file and paste it to your AI agent configuration. And of course, don't forget to provide API key. In my case, I'm gonna use Claude Code, so I will select Claude Code tab. Everything is pretty simple, so first we need to copy that command and then we need to run Claude MCP. And that command is needed to authenticate with Stripe. And then they mentioned that after installing, you can manage MCP client sessions in your dashboard settings. Here are 4 accordions, and here they mention manage MCP client session. There is some instructions, then manage MCP access, building autonomous agents, and run a local MCP server. And if you are wondering what kind of tools your AI agent can use via this MCP server, they also mention it here. There are API tools with the Stripe API search, details, API read and write. Then there is account tool, so you can get Stripe account info, then refund and some others. And basically that's it what we need to know. So now we are ready to go to the app and install their MCP server and run Claude, of course. That is the app. As I mentioned, it contains front-end and backend. Backend is super simple. It's just a small Express server. Here I have just only one index.ts file. As you see, pretty small one, just 33 lines of code. And just 2 endpoints, as you see, one get, one post request, get for subscription status and post for checkout. And that's it. The rest is on Claude. And front-end app with the 3 UI components, badge, button, and card, and the rest is in app.tsx file. And it's in total almost 200 lines of code. And that's enough for this demo. Time to run Claude and integrate Stripe MCP server. Claude is here and the effort I set is high. So now let's integrate MCP server from Stripe. And let's run this command that we got from Stripe documentation. Then, as you remember, we need to run that MCP command. And now we see that in MCP servers, we have that Stripe MCP server and there is a warning, needs authentication. Let's press enter. And then let's select authenticate. Then we got redirected to browser and here we have such a model. It says that Claude Code would like to access our Stripe account. Here you can select the account and in my case it's gonna be sandbox because we just gonna run demo payment. Then we need to click that enable for this sandbox. And then we can specify permissions we want to give our AI agent. So you can select for all or you can specifically select for each. Since it is sandbox and demo, I will give all permissions. And now we see the message that authentication successful. You can close this tab. Perfect. Now we are ready to hit Claude with the first prompt and I will ask it to create a product first. And that's gonna be create a product monthly membership with a recurring $12 a month price in my Stripe sandbox. Return the price ID. Let's run it. Now Claude tells which tool it's supposed to use. It's done, product is created. Here is the price ID, then the product name and amount billed monthly. Then we need to create a .env file and and here we need to specify this with Stripe price ID, and there we need to paste this price ID. Done. Now let's go to the Stripe dashboard to check if product is really there. All good. It is here, so you can see monthly membership, $12 a month. Perfect. And that was super easy, just one prompt. So product is there, but nobody can buy it. We need to create a checkout. And here is going to be our second prompt. Implement API checkout, create a checkout session in subscription mode for with Stripe price ID with success and cancel URLs. Return the session URL. That's it. Let's run it. It's done with the changes, so now we have Stripe integration into our small server. Here Claude explains exactly what was done. In that part, it says that it installed Stripe plus.env, and it mentioned that two things needed before it runs end-to-end. First, we need to set secret key, and for that we need to create .env file in server and get secret key from Stripe. Then we need to wire the client, and it explains that currently posts with no body and doesn't redirect. To exercise this endpoint, it needs to send the price and follow the URL. And here is the suggestion, and Claude asks, want me to make that client change too? Of course. It's done running, so here Claude says to run it end-to-end, the only remaining step is creating server.env with your Stripe secret key. And just a reminder that secret key you can get from the Stripe dashboard. You need to go to API keys section, and there you'll see it. Now it's time to test the app, so status still says here not subscribed. Let's try to subscribe. Great, now we got redirect to Stripe checkout page. And here on the left, we have our product. That is correct, $12 per month. And on the right, we have payment form. And as you see, you can pay with Apple Pay and you can pay with link. I entered here some dummy data and I'm ready to subscribe. And it was successful. We got redirected back to our app, and as you see, one thing, label still shows us not subscribed. Let's go back to the Stripe dashboard and check if subscription was really successful. I selected the product, that monthly membership $12 a month, and we can see that there is one active subscription. It means that was successful. Now you might be expecting me to build a webhook here. For a real production launch, you would. But for a simple flow like this, you don't need one. Stripe puts the session ID into success URL. So app needs to look for that there. Let's run this prompt on the success redirect, read session ID, retrieve the checkout session, and if it's complete, mark the user subscribed. That's done. Let's test app again. Let's try to subscribe again. Redirect is successful, and now you can see that status flipped to subscribe. That's how it works. Claude did amazing job. Quick one, since not everyone on Stripe. You are not logged in. PayPal has an official MCP. Orders, invoicing, subscriptions. Square is in the same space. And Worldpay's building for it too. More providers are shipping MCP every month. Same idea everywhere. So tell me, would you let agents set up your payments? Or is that a job that you keep by hand? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And that's it for today. I hope this video was helpful. If yes, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That will help me a lot. Thank you for watching and see you in a week.